What a week it's been. No matter where you live, the news has been all about the Russian invasion into Ukraine. And before I even get going, I wanted to say that my heart really goes out to all the innocent families and victims in Ukraine. And with that said, this week's news drop is going to be focused on how Tesla and other EVs are going to be impacted by the Russian invasion of Ukraine, especially if you've got an order for an EV or plan to. We'll also cover the return of the round steering wheel to the refreshed Model S and X, how 2022 is quickly becoming the year of the Model Y as it piles on the accolades, first-gen Roadster values continue soaring after a record-breaking sale, and more, starting right now. So let's start with the war in Ukraine, because as you'd expect, it has global implications, and here in our little EV world, it could impact global battery cell production as well. So Ukraine is the world's third largest producer of nickel and aluminum, two of the most valuable resources necessary in battery and EV components. And even though most batteries are made in Asia, the automotive sector is still very reliant on Ukrainian-provided rare gases like neon, krypton, and xenon, to name a few. So for example, more than 90% of US's semiconductor-grade neon gas, which is critical for lasers used in chip making, comes from Ukraine. About 35% of palladium, a rare metal also used for semiconductors, lithium-ion batteries, and catalytic converters, is also sourced from Russia. So when it comes to Tesla, for years, they've said that the goal was to try to prioritize sourcing raw materials from North America. So there's hope that they won't run into as much of a supply side issue as other EV companies might. But here's where it gets kind of interesting. You guys might remember a few years ago at a Tesla shareholder meeting, Elon said, quote, "Technically, our cells should be called nickel graphite because the primary ingredient in the cell as a whole is nickel." He's even reiterated the importance of nickel and made a plea for more of this stuff on an earnings call, saying, quote, "I'd just like to re-emphasize any mining companies out there, wherever you are in the world, please mine more nickel and go for efficiency, obviously environmentally friendly nickel mining at a high volume." He went on to say, "Tesla will give you a giant contract for a long period of time if you mine nickel efficiently and in an environmentally sensitive way." So there's been a strong push for nickel, but unfortunately, most of that nickel, copper, and other minerals considered crucial for a low-carbon future comes from Russia, which happens to be the world's largest producer of nickel, and Ukraine, the world's third largest producer. In fact, there's a little bit of a perfect storm that's brewing in the nickel trade. A Model 3 and Model Y contain almost 70 pounds of nickel. If you didn't know, nickel is probably the single most important metal component in battery fabrication. It's where all the energy is stored, and according to Elon, where battery chemistries are being refined to allow the inclusion of as much nickel as possible. The more nickel, the higher the energy density of the battery. But here's the catch. There's a long lead time for bringing new nickel mines into production because it takes an average of 7 to 10 years to bring new nickel projects. So it's not like you can just go out and get nickel from anywhere tomorrow. You can't just go dig it in the dirt and it's there ready to use. According to Michael Beck, a managing director for a private equity firm, you have baked in structural deficit for the next 12 years because one, you have inventories in the next 18 months going down to almost zero, and you also have a new demand source that's never existed for nickel. So Tesla and other EV makers have been trying to get the raw materials from sustainable sources, but actually I doubt if they are 100% there as of now. So the industry has invested a lot of effort and cash into cleaning up its supply chain for cobalt. And with that said, I don't believe Tesla's gigafactories will be completely immune to these shortages, but they probably will be in a better position than a lot of foreign battery manufacturers. Going back to when Elon made that plea on a recent earnings call, a Vancouver-based company called Giga Metals quickly responded, saying that it does have a source of environmentally responsible nickel in development. So Giga Metals owns a private property in British Columbia, which it says is one of the largest undeveloped sulfide nickel projects in the world, and it also contains cobalt. So Canada actually has plenty of nickel mines. And recently, Tesla committed to purchasing 75,000 metric tons of nickel over a 6-year period from Talon Metal Mines in northern Minnesota. Unfortunately, though, this mine is not set to open until January of 2026. And over on the Tesla Motors Club website, a well-known member named Singai made a great point, saying if supply chains hold up, a prolonged Russian war for Tesla is like Zoom during COVID. As oil reaches $120 a barrel, Tesla most likely won't be able to keep up with orders, even with additional price increases as people start forking over $100 at the pump a week. And if you think gas prices don't affect people's car buying decisions, look at what happened last time oil was $100 a barrel. SUVs were sitting in lots for months and brands like Hummer just disappeared. So I am curious to see how you think the crisis will affect Tesla. Also, is this the reason for Tesla recently pushing back orders to a wider delivery window? So let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, I do want to tell you about some crazy changes coming to the refreshed Model S and X, but first, big thanks to Raycon for sponsoring this video, because without them, these videos would not be possible. So Raycon makes earbuds, headphones, and speakers, and to be honest, I have a love-hate relationship with most earbuds because there are so many options out there, but if you want something high quality and affordable, it seems like an impossible combination. But last year I came across these everyday earbuds from Raycon, and I've told just about everyone I know about them. Everything I do from research, writing, and editing these videos, and even my workouts all depend on a comfortable set of earbuds, and they are priced just right and start at about half the price of other premium brands, and they sound just as good. So you get 8 hours of playtime, and it's super comfortable thanks to optimized gel tips for a perfect fit. They also have over 48,000 5-star reviews. And unlike some brands, they don't stick out or fall out of your ears. By ordering Raycons, you're supporting this channel. Click on the link in the description below or go to buyraycon.com/KimJava to get 15% off your purchase. All right, let's get back into it. One of my favorite stories coming out of this week has to do with a call for help from Ukraine's Vice Prime Minister. So he tweeted Elon on Saturday saying, "While you try to colonize Mars, Russia tried to occupy Ukraine. While your rockets successfully land from space, Russian rockets attack Ukraine's civil people. We ask you to provide Ukraine with Starlink stations and to address sane Russians to stand." The cool thing is that within a few hours, Elon got to work sending Starlink broadband internet services to the country. As Ukrainians battle the Russian invasion on their streets, they've lost connectivity across much of the country. Elon tweeted, "Starlink service is now active in Ukraine, more terminals en route." Of course, Elon did the same recently for volcano-stricken Tonga, and in 2017, Tesla donated solar panels and batteries to Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria. Plus, in 2018, he was asked to help with a Thai soccer team that was trapped in a cave. To me, I personally love all these kind of stories where Elon is able to just jump in and help. Next, we have another possible change to tell you about the yoke steering of the refreshed Model S and X. According to Tesla hacker at Green the Only, he discovered a round steering wheel option being hidden in the source code of Tesla's design studio on its website. And it sounds a lot like a retrofit or choice between the two may be coming pretty soon. He shared a screenshot of the option showing it would require a new firmware that sets configurations and updates the controllers for the new wheel. He did say that even though the steering wheel choice might be coming soon, there doesn't seem to be anything like that that's coming for the stockless driving that Tesla also introduced to those models. We also recently told you that Tesla is clearly listening to feedback because they have quietly also brought back the horn to the airbag area at the center of the wheel. Next, it has been an incredible year already for the Model Y, and it's clearly becoming a fan favorite, especially with the new features we've highlighted in previous videos with Y is built in Giga, Texas. The Y has already become one of the best-selling premium SUVs in the country and tops the list in California. Now it has won Cars.com's Best Electric Car of 2022 award, and that's not too surprising as the Y is arguably Tesla's most well-rounded car. Cars.com said, quote, "Tesla is an electric car innovator, and the Model Y reflects that leadership with efficiency, charging capability, range, and options, checking a lot of the boxes for consumers considering making the jump to an EV." Up next, a new Tesla purchase price record to tell you about. So a very early build first-gen Roadster in almost brand new condition and super low miles just sold for over $250,000. So this sale happened via a friend of this channel, Gruber Motors, an Arizona-based independent Tesla service shop. In the last couple of years, the first-gen Roadsters have quickly become a collectible and seen their values skyrocket. In fact, the record highest Tesla sale just took place in January of this year for another Roadster that sold for $190,000. The record stood for just a few weeks until this latest sale. So for reference, the early Roadsters originally sold for between $106,000 and $160,000. However, the Roadster that sold for over $250,000 happened to be the 13th ever Tesla produced, being one of the first 100 signature cars. The car has only about 800 miles on the odometer with a range of 200 miles. So next, if you are paying for the Tesla monthly premium connectivity of $999, Tesla is now offering a discounted approach to your premium connectivity for its cars. So just before Christmas, a viewer of this channel at Black Model 3 tweeted Elon suggesting if Tesla could offer a plan of $99 versus the $999 monthly approach. That way you save a little bit and Tesla gets the money up front. So Elon thought that this was a good idea, and sure enough, this week we learned that Tesla is offering just that option, saying an annual pass for premium connectivity can now be purchased at any time from your vehicle touchscreen or the Tesla app for $99 a year. So for those that don't know, premium connectivity, of course, offers cell connectivity for live traffic, satellite view maps, video and music streaming, and internet browser access. Tesla did say that new orders of any Tesla will still receive a free premium connectivity trial at delivery. And since we started with Ukraine this week, let's end there. Tesla has started to offer free supercharging in several countries around Ukraine for people fleeing the country. This isn't the first time that Tesla has done this in regions of the world that are dealing with other challenges, but this is the first time Tesla is doing this for a human-made disaster. In an email to local owners, Tesla announced it's making several superchargers free near the Ukrainian border to use for both Tesla and non-Tesla EVs. They include Poland, Slovakia, and Hungary. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you this week. Share your thoughts down below. And as always, there's a lot of time and research and effort that goes into the videos like this one. So if you learned something new or found this video interesting, we would really appreciate a like, and do subscribe for more unique videos like this one every single week. All right, guys, I'll catch you next time.